Hello, everyone. Addison Oliveira here for DNN Hero, and this is our monthly news. This month we have two special guests, the real DNN Hero and Luigi, who apparently has a bathroom problem at home. So I'll just turn it over to the DNN Hero. Take it away, sir.
Okay, so if you think that it's Batman, it's not Batman here. It's just that I didn't have the better mask to put on. But so that's it. That's the DNN Hero here, and we're gonna start. If you can take me serious for a second there, we're gonna start with the releases of the month. Let's talk about the releases. What do we have there? We had 742 release. Which came out back in October 5th. There is a security bulletin out of that release, 742, with two low and medium problems, issues that were addressed by that release. What else we have here? There's a full blog. I think I'm nervous with this whole thing, I'm really nervous, but I'll carry on. So, oh, by the way, I guess that you guys,
Maybe Will Stroll will make you feel more comfortable.
yeah, maybe all, what is that? Almightiness? What is that? High.
Yeah, his almightiness. Yeah.
Yeah, have some hotcakes and you'll feel much better.
Perfect. Okay. So, again, 742 released. What else we have on 742? Nothing, not much actually. So there's the blog post here. There's a link for that release. And we also had, we had 8 CDP6 released. And I had a chance to play around with that release a little bit, which is right here. It's open right here. A few things were already removed, like the newsletter and the site log as well. They were already removed. It seems that before the end of October, which is this week, this Halloween week, we should be having at least that's what I've heard, that I've read. We should be having a beta release of DNN 8. Again, coming this month. And the month is very close to an end, to the end. And what else we have here? We had 2 hangouts, actually 2 extra hangouts that Will Stroll and Joe Brickman. I should say John Brickman, because you know what? He just added an N to my name on last communication. He mentioned there Anderson Oliveira.
Anderson, yeah.
So I could very much say, you know what, John Brickman. That's not bad, is it? It's an end.
Joel. Make him Joel Brinkman.
Okay, that could be one. In any case, 2 hangouts, 2 extra hangouts. One, it was about building modules with SPA pattern, with SPA approach, and the other one was building modules with the MVC approach. And I have both posts here in front of me. Again, all within the blog post. Very nice, 1 hour each, more or less, and should allow people to get up to speed with how to, in addition to what Scott does here on DNN Hero already, to get people up to speed on how to develop SPA modules, MVC modules. And that's a good segue to my next point here, which is about the DNN 8 contest. The DNN 8 contest is all about spreading the word about, not only about DNN 8, but about how to do module development for DNN 8 using the SPA approach, and using the MVC approach as well. So there are some, quite nice prices there, ranging from $1,500 to up to $10,000 for the big winner. And there are different categories. So you have the deadline up until, so you have 2 months up until the 1st of January 2016 to submit your module. Scott, I know that you have something planned there. At least I saw your name there, or should I say Luigi? I saw that you have something planned there.
I did register, I did sign up, so I was a little bit late in the game, even though Will and others gave me warning when it was coming. So I will probably be joining with a few other guys from Blue Bolt, and we'll build something as a team. And yeah, so we're looking forward to it. Most likely we'll probably do an MVC module, and that tailors in well with probably my next video set that's going to be in November, which will be on another a more in-depth on MVC module development. Hopefully what will come out of that is also a template.
Pretty good. Okay, so that's about the contest. And again, they're really pushing this hard because they want, developers to be, have their game up and be ready for the SPA and MVC development for DNN 8. More on some community blog posts. Saw an interesting one here from our friend Daniel Metaler, and it's about saying goodbye to jQuery. He showed a few reasons why we would welcome a goodbye to jQuery and welcome things like Knockout and Angular. So again, he goes through the reasons why you should look at that, and I think it was a very interesting post. I'm just curious, guys, if anyone have anything to, I guess, to add to this thing of jQuery against those other JavaScript frameworks.
Yeah, I'll have to read his article, but I mean, we have been using Knockout and Angular quite a bit lately. I don't think we ever set out to write just plain JavaScript or jQuery in anything we've been doing lately. We usually try to provide some sort of more framework around it, but we still end up using jQuery a lot. You know what I mean? I don't know if when we'll be able to fully kick that habit.
Okay.
I think until DNN removes it as a default reference, maybe then.
Very true. I guess that this should be preaching as much as to the community as to DNN Corp itself,
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say that I think the goodbye to jQuery means that we probably will get back to using jQuery for the little jobs that it was meant to be used for. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my usage of jQuery is mostly to fix up things on a page that it's the only way I can do it, rather than, I don't think I ever considered writing much of an application in jQuery to run on the client.
You know what? I cannot tell you how many times Go ahead, Scott.
Oh no, I was just going to say, yeah, I've seen a lot of applications where, yeah, we probably shouldn't be writing 7,000 lines of jQuery code as part of our app.
Yeah, I mean, again, I have used jQuery a lot as a way to fix things around, and again, it has been very helpful on that sense. Nothing major, but a real saver here and there. Okay, moving on here. We have next. Okay, so I may have mentioned this a few chats ago, a few months ago, but I want to mention it again as I saw different people this month mentioning about this tool, which is called the DNN Security Analyzer. This is a module that was implemented a few months ago, and it's supposed to provide and that's starting on DNN, that's compatible back to DNN 6.2. So it's supposed to give you to diagnose your DNN websites to see if there's any known security flaw on that instance, it will also allow you to search throughout the entire site, files in database for terms that, I don't know, maybe hacking terms that to help you identify any strange pattern. But bottom line is that it's quite a nice tool to be able to see if there's anything major that you should be looking at in terms of security for your DNN website. Now, I've seen that it was supposed to be installed by default on any DNN DNN 7.1 and upwards. I don't see that being true to DNN 7.3. I didn't see that in my DNN 7.3 install, but I saw that on the DNN 8 install. Anyway, I'm not sure which version of DNN will come with Security Analyzer already added to, but you can also download it from GitHub, and I think I have the link here as well. And no, I don't. It's not showing here, but in any case, it's available for download, and you can install it outside apart. I think that I have it installed here somewhere. Yeah, I do have it, and this is a DNN 8 site. And if we go to host, oops, I think it's under admin maybe. Let me get this right here. Okay, I cannot find it quickly. Security Analyzer, here it is. So again, it's installed by default on DNN 8 and maybe on other versions of DNN. I'm not sure which one is installed by default, but bottom line is that a nice module that can be added to a DNN website, and as you can see here, it can give you a report of what's good and what's bad on your DNN site regarding known issues and known problems that you can take a step further and then address that problem. Anyway, I wanted to mention that about the DNN Security Analyzer. Another blog post that I came across was from Sebastian Leopold. And he's talking about the mystery of the vanishing website pages. And it was quite a nice one. Actually, I saw a comment from you, Joe, I think, on that post. Yep, the second comment is yours. So what this was is, it's just...
I didn't read the one. What is it all about?
Okay, this is about a strange behavior on a DNN website that Sebastian Leopold had to troubleshoot, and I'm gonna jump to the very end already. So what ended up happening is that some pages have been created with all users have been given the access to edit that page. So because of that, Google bots and other bots, other search engine bots, when they were spidering, when they were crawling the page, they were following the delete links as well on those pages. So actually the bots were the ones automatically deleting those pages. Very unique, very strange, but that was the behavior.
Wow, okay.
And he was able to fix. I wanted to bring the attention here to, again, first thing is about Sebastian Leopold's ability to troubleshoot. Again, he described here step by step and what he did. But on top of that, I want to really mention about the scripts that he comes up with. And, you know, there's that saying of, there's an app for that. I think that Sebastian should say, you know, there is a script for that, because everything that he fixes and he does something, he creates a script out of that. And that's great because, again, he makes all those scripts available for download. So I want to really, you know, give big kudos to him and his efforts to keep DNN, you know, optimized from a database perspective. And again, lots of scripts that he provides. All the links are available here. One script to adjust DNN event type logs that are not created by default. So again, a very, very particular script, but hey, it's there. Another one to improve, you know, adjust permissions for DNN 7.1.2. Again, great scripts that you should definitely consider installing on your DNN. Joe, anything to add to that?
Well, I made that comment because I think sometime in the last year or year and a half I had answered a question over on DNN Creative where someone had reported pages disappearing, and I think my answer was, nah, it's impossible. And you should never say, nah, it's impossible in something like that. And since you mentioned his scripts, you may be aware that the event log is now 3 tables, and one of the performance issues traditionally has been that the event log gets huge and it kills your site, and so you just have to go in and truncate event log. Well, you can't truncate event log anymore from SQL, and he has a little script that properly cleans out the 3 linked tables for the event log.
Yeah, that's a very nice one. We run that almost every single day at Desk Paul. We run that kind of script because again we come across all kinds of bloated DNN websites. I mean, just to give a quick example, just last week we came across a 17 gigabyte database on a DNN instance, 17. And it was a mix of event log, schedule history, site log, which some people have site log enabled in it that grows quite big as well. So again, those scripts are very useful to help clean up. And when we finished cleaning up, we reduced from 17 gig to 140 megabytes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I met a gentleman at DNN Con, and actually we had met electronically. He happened to live in the Palm Beach area, so he showed up at DNN Con because I was helping him with his site. I believe his database was 50 gigs in size, and it was so big that it became difficult to actually shrink or clean up the database because he had to find some additional hard disk space.
Right, because when you shrink it, you have to double the size
Right,
temporarily.
right. Yeah, exactly. And just last week, another site I was working on had a site log with something like 1.5 million rows in it.
Wow.
And the client was using essentially a monitoring tool to check the performance of the site, and was hitting the site about once a second. And each of those added another entry into the site log. So so we cleaned out the site log and turned it off, and that made a big difference.
I mean, we should have a segment that says DNN horror stories, and nothing better than Halloween time to do DNN horror stories.
Maybe hearken to David Letterman, and maybe it's stupid DNN tricks.
Yeah, right.
I mean, if there's something dumb that you can do on a DNN site, probably amongst the several of us, we've seen all of them. And the really scary thing is when you begin to see the same problem from different people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So moving on here, I haven't seen anything else in terms of blog posts. So I'm gonna just quickly jump into the new sets that I have been doing. Again, I have promised and I'm following through the DNN 7.4 series that I have been working on. I have finished the intermediate now. This month I have just finished that, and I'll be going to the advanced and the mastery. So again, hoping by the end of the year to have all full courses done and ready and finished, and a fresh new start, because DNN 8 should be coming January. That's the new forecast, that it seems that DNN 8 will be released by January. 2016. So that was my set. Scott, do you want to, I guess that briefly, one, mention the past set that you put forward, and two, mention about the next one?
Yeah, and in fact, I think we've been getting a bit of interest in Angular just based on the uptick in forum posts about Angular development. I mean, I don't know about you, but it seems like there's been quite a few development posts all about Angular. But yeah, Advanced Angular was my last month, and it kind of took that initial Angular video I did a little while back. Was that the beginning of the year? Wow. So, and I showed how to use directives, showed a modified version of what Too Sexy Content does for bootstrapping an Angular application in a module, which is very helpful for automating putting together your dependencies. And it also showed a pretty unique technique for adding minification and composite, or just compositing it to your build script, so that when you kick off a release build or your module, it'll minify your all of your Angular JavaScript files, because as you know, Angular tends to be more leans toward developing in smaller and more JavaScript files, right, to organize your code. So I think it was a pretty good tutorial. I think we've gotten good interest on it so far, but next month I'm looking forward to doing a more in-depth MVC, which is perfect because I'll be trying to build this module for the contest. So, you know, good timing. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Okay, so last segment here of our monthly chat are the tips of the month. I'm going to start with my tip of the month, and again, those tips, they might be related to DNN, they may not be related to DNN, they are definitely related to technology, and again, if it's using DNN or not, but improving our lives, you know. So as technologists, you know, if that word exists, I mean, I'm not even sure, but in any case, my tip of the month is about an application called WinDear Stat. And I'm gonna actually open that, and actually I didn't have the chance to resize this properly yet. Let me resize this quickly. So this app will analyze your hard drive, and graphically, as you can see, it will show ordered by which folder is consuming most of the space on your hard drive. It will show the top folder going all the way down, and you can drill down each one of those folders, and you can see the size of that folder as well. As you can see here, you know, this Windows folder, again, maybe you should not touch the Windows folder, that's fine, but I have this working folder which is occupying 53 gigabytes. So again, I can drill down and see on the graph below it the big file size. You know, I see a big one here, so I click on it, and it shows me the file right away. I can see it, I can delete it if it should not be there. Also on the left hand side, I can see the different file types, and I can see the type of file that is occupying most of my hard drive. I can click there, and quickly on the graph below, it selects all the files that are from that type. So I can decide, should I keep them, should I delete them, should I move them to another hard drive maybe. So again, a very nice tool if you are at least a little bit like myself that really wants to use the last drop of resource of your computer before buying a new one. Okay, so that's a very, very nice tool. I use it all the time. It had saved me a lot of time. Instead of searching through my hard drive for big files, I can just use it quickly. It analyzes. I mean, it's awesome, great. This is the Windows version. There is an equivalent of this tool for Mac as well, which is called Disk Inventory X. And again, all the links will be posted on the video post. Very nice tools if you want to manage a little bit better your hard drive. That's my tip of the month. to you guys.
Hey, one question, Anderson. Does that allow you to pick a folder to start from and just analyze that from? Yeah, that'd be great for even just looking at websites and seeing where maybe you have way too many log files. You need to clean those up or whatever. Yeah, that's great.
Great use case. You can, when you start the app, it will actually ask which hard drive you want to analyze, but you have the option to actually type in or select a folder that you want to analyze, just that folder. So yes.
Very cool.
I've used a similar program. I think it's called Tree Size, and I typically end up installing things like this when I get a message that pops up that says, you have 30 kilobytes of space left on your hard drive, you're dead. And so you make enough room to install a program like that to find the hogs on your system.
Yeah, very useful. Again, I mean, it's a great find. And by the way, it's open source, or well, I'm not even sure, but again, you can download it for free and you can use it for free. So again, go for it. And now, Joe.
Yeah, can I say something about one of my pet peeves here?
Oh yes, sure.
Often I find when I download a free utility, you want to be real careful and read the screens as you go through the installer, because lots of these things come with other things it wants to install on your system, not necessarily evil, just you don't want them, maybe they pop up ads or something. So I've made the mistake several times of being in a hurry and clicking next, and I've got blank toolbar or something, or my default search engine on all my browsers is now something else.
Like Java, for example?
Just the names. Updating Java installs several other things if you're not paying attention, right?
Right.
So, tip of the month is read what else they're trying to do to your computer. And it's not malware, but it's nuisanceware.
Yeah.
This one here in particular, I know that there's nothing such like that, but I know very much what you're talking about, Joe, and you're right. You should be very careful when installing those free stuff on your computer. So I know that Scott, not Scott, Joe, you had a tip of the month as well, and I have it open here in front of me.
Were you asking Joe Craig or Joe Brinkman?
Download DNN and enter the contest. That's my tip of the month.
Thanks, Joe.
Now back to the real Joe. Mine is called user import, and you'll find it on Codeplex, and I guess that's users export. usersexport.codeplex.com. I've been working on a site that is furnishing 30 to 40 new users per week that need to be added to the site and assigned specific security roles. And this makes it real easy to put all of that data into a spreadsheet, save the spreadsheet as a CSV file, and then upload it to your website and create all of the new users. The nice part is you can also download a prototype spreadsheet so you can know how to set it up. Works very well. And if you need to create a lot of users, or if you need to export users, or maybe do some sort of bulk change to users, you can do it that way as well.
That's a nice module. I haven't heard about this one before, to be honest with you.
If you check it out, I can't remember who created it, but it's a name you'll recognize. Should recognize.
Perfect. Okay. So that was my tip. Your tip, Scott. I think that you don't have a tip there. Anything else from any one of you guys to add to this month?
Anderson, you're looking very youthful lately, I have to say.
Was this a junior high school photo, Anderson?
No, it's a most like a 2010 photo. So but this is not Ederson. I mean, you know, this is DNN Hero. Ederson, if you want to conclude the episode,
So I should have let the real Anderson answer the question, right? Yes, this was 2010. This was my high school graduation photo.
Okay, so we are done for the month.
That's our Halloween special, right?
Halloween special, yes, baby, yes. So enjoy your Halloween, guys. Very good to have you guys dressed up, and yeah, have a good one.
Hopefully I'll have an exciting announcement for the next version.
Ooh, teaser. Good job.
I'm almost about to disclose that, but Joe asked me not to do that, so I won't do it. So again, I'm sticking to my promise here. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. Have a good one.
All right. Thanks.
See
See you later.
Happy Halloween, everyone.